Welcome to Dallas, the home of the killers. Welcome to Dallas, the sharks and gorillas. The girls, they going harder than Welcome to Dallas, we lost some legends. Welcome to Dallas, what hood you reppin'? Be careful.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? It's Poofy Man here. I lost my voice, y'all. Kid lost his voice. I'm gonna do the best I can. This is probably gonna be a little bit shorter than usual. I go hard, man. I go really, really hard. And sometimes there is unintended consequences going too hard. In fact, why don't we talk about just what going hard looks like? This is what it sounds like. So today, what I think we should talk about is my new favorite rapper. He's not a new rapper, but is a new favorite rapper for sure. And he's not with us anymore, okay? Which is obviously a tragedy. And it's a tragedy in a very special kind of way because it's uniquely tragic, because out of the list of people that have passed away since 2020 that are in the rap game, young Dolph. It's Dolph. Young Dolph was my dude. I love it, man. I grew to love young Dolph. Oh my God, bro. Man. And I'm not so sure if it's his music as much as it is, as much as it is his, like, the way he moves and stuff. Man, he just moves with a purpose, bro. I love that. I also love that he doesn't like compromise his principles and core values and stuff. You know, I'm gonna throw up a video. I think it's him and Charlamgne, and it's just an example of what I'm talking about.
Not the money, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and there's one thing about, like, all my partners, they'll tell you, even my family, like, man, I've been blessed, like, for a long portion period of time. But the thing about me, bro, I don't give a damn about money. You know what I mean? So you let money control you and rule you and make how you move, like, a certain way, like, I gotta stay away from you because ain't no telling what you would do for some money.
So anybody familiar with the rap game, if you're a hip hop head, or, you know, if you're in it, you know how fucking shifty and, like, slimy and just the kind of, you know, how rare of a person that is. I think Charlamagne's sitting there going, like, yeah, you know, not understanding a motherfucking word that Dolph's saying, because Dolph's operating on just such a higher level, I think, than Charlamgne ever has. You know, I don't know exactly what his beef was with Yo Gotti. For those of you who don't know Yo Gotti by his name, he's the little big-headed guy, big forehead, driving around, you know, poaching artists and shit. Sorry, what the fuck you want me to say? Anyways, I guess Yo Gotti came into the room. There's another part of this interview that's pretty cool. And it's just this whole interview, man. It's just like, it is just dotted. Like, I mean, it's like every 10 seconds, man. Dolph is just, like, laid up and super relaxed about it. He doesn't get, you know, he's super composed no matter what Charlamagne throws at him. But everything has like this answer that makes your skin fucking, you know, gives you chills and stuff. Mostly because, I mean, a lot of it has to do with the fact, looking back in time from where we are, knowing what happened to him, right? I think that's part of it. But it's not just that, though. You know, back to kind of a couple, you know, just a moment ago, I was talking about like, unfortunately, you know, it's tragic when Dolph went down, when he got, ran up on, in Memphis. But it's particularly, it's kind of also inspiring in a way that I can't say about, like, was it Offset or Takeoff? I don't even remember the dude's name, unfortunately. I can't remember which one it was, but I think it might be Offset. That's probably a good one to look up, so I'm not getting motherfucking hate mail from y'all out there. Is it Offset? Nah, it's Takeoff. Takeoff. Yeah. Right. A lot different than Takeoff from the Migos. And here's why. So Dolph, the reason he was targeted, and it was not the motive for why the person tried to kill him or did kill him. I'm saying that, like, he was pretty easy target, not in a pussy way, but he was an easy target because it was like 2 times a week for as long as anyone can remember, for many, many years. Since he broke and made it and was, making enough money to, help people without hurting himself or putting a dent in his pocket. He started doing this, but I guess there was a woman that ran a local, like a Memphis donut shop in his neighborhood, like a corner shop, and she had taken care of him, and I guess him and his brothers, or him and his family, and like his his young friends and shit like that when he was a kid. Whenever they were struggling, and his family was struggling, they had a hard time finding food and breakfast and stuff in the morning before school, and so I guess she kind of like gave them food and stuff like that out of her basically out of her pocket to make sure that they didn't go hungry. That in itself's cool, but like I'll be honest with you, like I feel like a lot of folks that come from that environment have stories like that. I mean, nonetheless touching, but it's not really unusual in that sense. But their relationship, he never ever let himself forget what she did for him, and it just so happens that every single morning, or at least a couple times a week, if not a couple times a month, like he would go and he would buy out the whole store. He would just give her enough money to buy out all of these donuts, and he'd go and he'd drive through the hood and like pop and just kind of like dish them out like to everyone. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool because not many people. I don't know how many people know that. I had to kind of like read up on it a little bit and like kind of talk to people about him, who had information, and had been following him for a long time. So, but the point is, like, he wasn't there doing that with like a cameraman. There was nobody there. He just pulled up by himself, knowing that not only did he have probably multiple enemies out there and people lurking and looking to slide on him and stuff like that from just things that he did way back when, and they're catching up to him and stuff, and the fact that they know where he's gonna be at what time and how alone he's gonna be, and he knows that he's from it. He's aware. He doesn't give a shit. He's never like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, that man is like really like 10 toes down sturdy in a way that I don't think I honestly don't believe that anybody else in this game is now. I mean, I don't know everybody or anything, but I'm just saying from what I see and what I hear, I don't think there's anything that's replaced. I don't think anything comes close to Young Dolph. as far as what he does and stuff. And he also, like, what I loved, I mean, you know, he wasn't back to, you know, this whole thing. He like wasn't gonna let the fear of death stop him from paying back his debts to his community. I fucking love that. You know, he didn't just say it. This man did it. And he did it whether people knew or not. I mean, anybody else, take anybody else, and there is no way, you know, it's not necessarily an indictment on whether or not they're doing it for a good reason, but, or doing it from the heart, just because they have people with cameras and stuff around. We don't know why those people are there. You know, if you're famous, people are always there. But there would be a post about it. They would tweet about it, or they'd make sure their people got, you know, it's just all PR, bro. It's all promo. And albeit a good thing, or, you know, it's got good intentions, perhaps, it's just still capital. It's just still getting money, bro. Anyway, I gotta get out of here, bro, because my voice is about to fucking blow. My vocal cord is about to fucking explode out of my fucking eyeballs. So, till next time, it's Poofy Man signing out.
Welcome to Dallas, the home of the killers. Welcome to Dallas, sharks and gorillas. The girls, they going harder than Welcome to Dallas, we lost some legends. Welcome to Dallas, we're hood, you reppin'.